Hello there YouTube, I am Wheelchair21 and on today's rolling review we'll be looking at a new Ultraman related S.H.Figuarts. This time it is King Joe from Ultraseven. This is King Joe in his original debut from the Showa era, and this kaiju or mecha, whatever you want to call it, appeared during episode 14 and 15. Now anyone can actually see this series via Shout Factory's website or by owning the official release. And the cool thing about King Joe is he's made several appearances throughout the series. Now, the box art is very good with the nice gold artwork to complement his somewhat goldish outlook and design. However, the weird thing about King Joe is, in the show, he looks like he's completely gold. However, he's kind of a very dulled out gold, which is almost in the terms of silver, as seen by the box art, and as seen with the actual product in its box. Now, the one thing that people will immediately be disgruntled about is the fact that he has no accessories. Yes, King Joe is nothing more than an autonomous robot action figure with no accessories whatsoever. Now, since King Joe doesn't have any accessories, this review might be a little shorter than expected. However, I will hit you up with some fun facts just for shits and giggles. The overall body sculpt has really like a silver paint scheme, which, like I said in the show, does come off as gold. One thing I've sort of noticed is that there seems to be like a blend of gold in the overall silver paint, because due to how like the light hits it, it'll look like a pure silver, a dirtied silver, or it'll have, like I said, a slight gold tint, but it'll never be as dark as the gold you see on his thighs, these actual weird areas on his waist and crotch, his belt, his antenna, or any place that looks to be like where joints are linked together. Honestly, it's just really weird how this looks so frickin' silver when almost all the prototypes and even the suit looks pretty gold or a very light yellow. This is really baffling to me, honestly. However, I've always loved the design because it kind of gives you the old sci-fi blend from the 40s and the 50s. It has a very Roby the Robot-esque kind of face and design to it, with like almost like a radio transistor, as well as lights up here for the monitoring system, and this really weird 60s, like 70s multi-lighted breastplate. Very cool, very trippy, and honestly, I think had they lit up more in the show, it would have been one crazy visual. Now, the thing about this is the fact that the robot is considered a kaiju, it's considered regular robotics, it's considered also a mecha, it's just so many crazy things what King Joe technically is, due to the fact every incarnation sort of changes, but is always usually created by the Pedons, and is always usually consisting of 4 individual parts. Now, Tsuburaya did originally want it to be more than 4 parts. However, he said in an interview sometime later that it was just that too complicated to make it be able to be like every limb to be its own actual piece in the show, or its own little like kind of space vessel. Yeah, he wanted to have like each leg, each arm, the torso, and the head to be individual parts, where the final result ended up being 4 pieces, which create this. So, the points of articulation are pretty cool. The legs have actually pretty wide range. They can seep down, they can slide up, they actually can hide and move amongst these weird platelets, which honestly look like missile pods. And it's very aware, I guess not aware, but you should be very careful on how you pose your legs around these areas, due to the fact you could actually break the ball-jointed rods that hold them on. The knees are a little tight. They don't really have much functionality in this design. However, you do seem to have a bit of an actual rotation from the knee to your overall boot, and you also have a ball-jointed toe. Honestly, I think because of how they made these toes, it's good that there's not an actual joint in them, because it might actually offset the balance that this figure has, due to the fact that there is a bit of weight in the torso, as well as due to, I guess, its battery and jetpack in the back that does weigh it a bit down and screws up the balance ever so slightly. The arms are very tight to move around. However, his overall bicep bands and plating is rotatable. His elbows, very nice, actually give a really wide range, kind of almost like a gorilla-esque beating of the chest for, like, say, King Kong, for most of you kaiju fans out there, what you could think of. You also have a bit of articulation in the wrists. It is a little bit hindered due to the sculpt of the overall hands, but nice ever so slightly to the fact that it can still, be able to hit and paw at your Ultra. Now, there is no articulation in the top. However, if you drop it from a high area, I would guarantee that the antennas would break, the little pegs could shatter, and these little knobs and freaking things on the head would just go kapowie. But overall, very wonderful and grand. Just, I'm still kind of puzzled as to why it's so freaking silver. But, it's good to have since I already have 7, and it's a wonderful display piece alongside of them. Unless I want to make 7 catch these hands. Catch these hands! Anyways, it's evaluation time. An S.H.Figuarts King Joe is not worth the purchase for the casual Ultraman fan or the casual Figuarts collector. For diehard Ultraman fans or diehard Ultra Series fans, you are going to want to get this, especially if one already has the Ultraseven Figuart here on my right. Now, personally, I'm a little discouraged that the overall design is more silver than gold to how it looks on screen. That could be due to lighting and, digitally remastering, that could have been a problem, or mine could have just not gotten the right coats on this figure. They just packaged it up and shipped it out to stores. However, seeing that others have this version like I do means that it's probably not as gold as it seems in a lot of its press images and press releases thus far, so you know what, I'll get over it in due time. And like I said, if people do love King Joe, there are probably going to be all of his variants coming down the road from Tamashii Nations as premium Bandai exclusives, like King Joe Custom, King Joe Black, and even the, Scarlet King Joe, or Scarlet King, or whatever they want to call it, which was seen in one of the Ultra Galaxy Battle Neo series, I believe. I haven't seen that series in its entirety yet, due to the fact that I don't even think that there's any fan subs out for it existing at this time, but I could be overlooking it nevertheless. So, I gotta say, I like having it. It's great to have with my Ultra 7. It's just not worth the purchase due to its price already being outrageous, as well as not having really any accessories. But, you know what? I can easily get over that because I'm an idiot for the Ultra fandom, or Ultra series at hand. So, if you like this video here on my YouTube channel, you can bet your ass that it's over at Hero Club as well as Hero Taku. You can also, like I said, like and subscribe to the channel here or follow me on various social media accounts, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, for probably more updates on future videos and reviews from yours truly, Wheelchair21. But I'll see you all next time.